My thoughts are locked, my feelings removed. My existence is no longer mine. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another diorama build. So let me tell you the tale of Guardsman Reed. As usual, all my diorama stories start with models still on the sprue and bits still in the bit box. But my plan for this one is I want all these guard models to tie together somehow. So I'm going to do this via subtle suggestion. I'm going to start with an orc's head, an injured left arm in a sling from the command box, and we're just going to see where it goes from there. Now, I build a lot of these kits, and I know there's one or two bionic arm replacements for the left arm, and that ties in well with that arm in a sling. So we're just going to dive into that Cadian command box, as that's a pretty nice place to start. And I want this orc's head to be slowly decaying over time, maybe. There's probably another story to tell with this orc skull, but for now, I just want to show that it's degrading slowly, and probably has like a gold tooth or something, just to help visually show this is the same orc's skull. Now, let's get some paint on these models. So another part of this build that I want to be able to show visually is the base and the passage of time, which is why I've cut out this bit of polystyrene to look the way it does. At the moment, I'm just putting Mod Podge all over it to seal it, because this is going to absorb paint like no tomorrow. So make sure you get a good seal on there before going on to any next stages. But as I was saying, I want this to show a passage of time, hence why the skull count is getting higher on each level. And I want to almost paint sort of like sedimentary layers in between each section to give like a real good visual representation of that time and passage. And that's pretty much why I've gone for the shape that I've gone with. Whether it looks any good, we will find out, I suppose. But for now, allow me to tell you the tale of our young guardsman. I done biffed it. Alright guys, so why are we talking, and why is this finished? Well, I've got about 2 weeks of corrupted video data, so apart from that, what you're about to see now is an attempt at a video reconstruction of what happened. Yeah, for those of you that saw the video that went live and then went down, I didn't realise, I was in a rush when I uploaded earlier, and yeah, one thing led to another. And yeah, thanks Wolfen for giving me a shout out on Instagram to let me know that. Nice. There was some blank spaces in the video files. I didn't realise they're corrupted. I've tried everything. I've been up for 6 hours now trying to get this data restored, but unfortunately it is what it is. I've lost it, it's gone. For the 8 of you that did see the original video, thanks for staying around if you're not one of the ones that pressed unsubscribe. So anyway, back to the video. It all began in the year 855, Millennium 41, on the planet of Black Reach. A young guardsman, along with his battalion, were being called to arms. The imminent threat of Orc warboss Zanzag and his warg were about to commence a heavy onslaught in the sector, and Black Reach was directly in its path. During the days that followed, the hive planet of Black Reach was decimated. The second company, Ultramarines, had lost almost 13 Marines. The PDF was almost completely depleted, and the Guards regiments were all but gone. Heroes of the Emperor. Heroes of the Imperium. Graves have been dug, heroes have been made. But one guardsman of the 401st Mounted Infantry Battalion, the last of 29 Squadron, had been found surrounded by bodies of his fallen friends and slain greenskins. This one guardsman, covered in gore, mud and grit, stumbled towards friendly forces on first sight of the relief company. This once fresh-faced trooper, now battle-hardened and blooded, held aloft the head of the knob that commanded the warband that the 29th Squadron had been ordered to hold out against at all odds to the last man. After the conflict on Black Reach, a former guardsman now commanded his own squadron. As a sergeant, he embodied the core morals and ethics that his own stripies had installed into him that day back on Black Reach. The skull of the greenskins to keep as a reminder, a symbol of his fortitude and what can be achieved when humanity seems on the brink and man becomes the beast. From the front he would lead, always the first into combat, out of the Chimera with a glint in his eye that would boost the morale of men and women around him. When artillery rained down and bullets landed like hail around them, that same glint and the stare of the skull as his troopers charged behind him. No need to shoot deserters when there was no one who would desert. After many long, hard, grueling, punishing years, our guardsman had worked his way to battalion command as a captain. Though his heart would always be with the 29 Squadron, he would be allowed to keep 29 engraved upon one shoulder and the skull of the orc embedded into the pauldron of the other. As the jaw had been shot off during engagement in Charadon sector while on deployment there, his achievements from Black Reach has followed him his entire career. He'd heard whispers and chattered among the lower enlisted, and rumours that would arise from them. He killed 100 greenskins with his own hands. Well, I heard it was 200 greenskins and his own sergeant. Don't you know, he drank the blood of every orc he killed. He would never confirm nor deny the rumours, as he was unaware of what was truth and what was in his head. You see, our captain was struggling with post-traumatic stress from years of carnage and battle. He confided this in a friend, but the friend betrayed him. He was being sent to Twisted Sister, a pleasure world, and there he would have memories no more. Well then guys, thank you for at least sticking with me to the end of this one. I really appreciate it. I promise I am going to try and sort this out, but at least it's happening now rather than later. I'm only human, I'm trying my best, god damn it. Anyway guys, if you have enjoyed this somehow, please leave a like, subscribe, share. Yeah, thanks for watching to the end, I really do appreciate it. And I'll catch you in the next one.